Pretty much, I would let Gemma know that she is a fat cunt, and the shoes that she gave me were not something that I would particularly buy for myself. They were old maiden type of shoes, and she said that these shoes were meant to be worn by a beautiful woman. So if is the case, she should have put them back on the rack, and she should have never even purchased them because she was unqualified to own those. If that's the case. And I think that Gemma is just a disgrace. She is a disgrace to women who are actually beautiful and classy, and she just doesn't have the vernacular that she thinks she possesses. Somebody lied to her several times and told her she was fly, hot, and sexy and beautiful, and she is nothing like that. She is nothing of the sort.
Are you a lady boy?
Oh, bitch. Girl, I said, are you a... Are you a... Oh. Us too.
Hey, viewers of this pod.
Hey, gay guys and gay girls only, no non-binary people.
My name is Adrian.
My name is Shiloh.
And welcome to
The Lady by Radio Hour.
Can you tell that we didn't practice that
No.
before? See, what I was trying to like telepathically like say to you was like, oh, do like listeners.
No, and then I was like,
Not that was gonna be like any good at all, but like that's just what I was thinking.
Well, I just thought it was really important to let non-binary people know that they're not welcome here. I'm kidding, obviously.
We saw just as much the last episode.
Please.
So okay. What a beautiful fan.
What a beautiful fan.
It seems
It's
like
really
it was
hot in
selected
here.
for you with like such love and care.
Yeah, and it matches your outfit.
Would that be
Adrian bought this for me
an accurate depiction?
because everybody else got fans
Okay, because
and I didn't get a fan.
shout out to all the people that watched the Pride vlog,
Yes.
wherein you can see us go thrifting, and I thrifted this here beautiful petite and demure fan because I had been using our roommate Lauren's.
What
but
was
then I
that?
accidentally took it to
If you can do it in a way that doesn't like absolutely fuck up your mic,
okay.
just like kindly, respectfully, a gentler wind, please. Ew. Ew. Lauren's
but
here,
anyway.
kind of. Hey,
So, yeah.
girlfriend.
So I had been using hers.
The original
as
fan.
you can see.
Can you
right
tell
now.
us where that came from?
I stole it.
And where did you steal it from?
A rehearsal for a show I was doing once.
And what was would you say that the name of the production company who did this show was called?
Deaf West.
Yeah! Sorry.
But
Just
yeah,
had to blow up her
so
spot.
she had that fan, and then one day I accidentally took it with me to work, and I felt so bad. So then I went
Mm-hmm.
and I bought myself my own. But then they only had the one, and then I feel bad for Shiloh. So when I was at a different place of purchasing goods, I found that one and I got it for him, so that you
And
wouldn't have such FOMO.
Can you open yours?
They saw it. You just weren't paying attention.
No, see how mine's so much bigger? Ladies and men. Only ladies and men. I'm kidding. I'm
Well,
kidding. I've kind of been grappling recently with the
Oh,
fact
no.
that I love being a trans mask and like a man in the way that I interpret being a man, which is being a little guy. But I also hate like men as a species. Lauren has been like re-educating her man-hating ways, and I have been like reinvested in my man-hating ways. So that's like and because of that, sometimes my non-binary T feels more valid. Anyway, gender is fluid. But if you're a cis person watching this, to you, I'm a man. You don't get to think anything else.
T.
Because like, girl.
Meanwhile, this man sees trade and the knees go weak. So
Well, like, that's not...
again, if you saw the vlog, then you know what I'm talking about.
When did I see Trade in the vlog?
When we were walking to Unique Thrift, and then you like saw Trade like in the, so you were like, oh, Trade, and then your like whole like demeanor changed, and you were like it was so stupid.
Well, I'm in, as Lauren would say, I'm inviting sensuality.
The way that you were like vaguely waving that like fan in the air, not like necessarily like fanning yourself, like you're literally going like,
What do you mean? I'm doing a little wiggle so it doesn't,
now you're doing it. Okay, but before.
so I don't fuck up the mic.
Okay, so I did not even hear that, so you didn't even do it right.
Girl. Well, yeah, because yours is a.
Mine's a
fucking
little bit more
paper.
powerful, so. What are we gonna talk about today?
Well, we're talking about sorry.
You just struck me.
My drug of choice, copium, which, Mama, I've been like damn near overdosing on this week because let me wake this up.
You're looking at me so hard, like you want me to laugh.
I'm not. I don't want you to laugh. There was no joke yet, except for the one sitting next to me.
I'm
Kidding.
still waiting.
I don't even remember what I was talking about because you interrupted me. You knew this would happen.
We were talking about comfort content, and you were talking about your drug of choice being copium, and how you are overdosing from it.
Yeah, because this week, y'all know how I've been unemployed to chase the art for a little bit, just a little bit, you know, work on my dreams.
Financial status reveal.
Financial status reveal. It's not looking good. The prognosis is not great.
So it is terminal.
It is terminal. I am gonna die from this. If I could declare bankruptcy, I think I would have. But it's like fine. It's not a big deal.
I do declare.
I do declare. The government was like, so you know how we said we were gonna send you unemployment? Well, we reconsidered it, and we know we were supposed to pay you in like 2-3 days, but we reconsidered it. We talked to our people. We had your people call your people, and our people and your people said you're not getting shit. So those 3 weeks that you haven't been 3 weeks that you haven't been working, baby, best of luck. There goes your rent money. Get it together. Which maybe taking, not like immediately rejoining the workforce isn't the most responsible adult choice, but I was trying to, in taking a risk, like move boldly. I don't regret that. I do, and like I did everything right with unemployment. I should be getting it.
Yeah.
But now I just have to fight the fight. So,
Yeah.
bleh. But it's fine.
Well,
And also we have a massive power bill due, which is a different situation. But we also, it's good. It's fine. We've handled it. But it was a really bad 48 hours for me where I was like, I have to surround myself with as much soft content and like
yeah, it was
fun
a hard
tasks.
day for Charlie, for sure.
It was a hard day.
Um,
Do something, Charlie.
But also, things generally right now are pretty bad for a lot of us. Baseline, day at a time, like every day is like something, and it's tough living in this country right now in Shamerica, and it is also tough to be living in New York City at this moment in time because we are seeing the effects, good and bad, of like actually like feeling kind of hopeful in politics, which is like very scary.
A new feeling for
Don't worry,
us.
we will be talking about it very, very often, and you might be seeing us join the fight for Zoran. More on that later.
It just like I know the numbers are on his side, but like I don't want to bank on that.
The work is still ahead of us, so we like have to
Right.
lock in. But all that to say, right now I think we're and we were sort of talking about this morning, but like the worse that things get, the more that there is a rise for like content that is like comforting and like escapist, and like I think there was a lot of similar stuff that happened like after like the late 2000s, like that was like a really big like rise in the YouTube of it all, and like I think that we're starting to kind of circle back to that. I mean, like here we are making content, very meta, but yeah, so we thought that we would maybe talk about that
And we honestly, we started the pod
because
we love content. We love content.
we love content
We
because
love
we don't love our life. all the time?
No. I had a guy.
You had a guy.
I had a guy. When I had a regular who is
A
like
regular
nice
fuck buddy.
and he wanted me so bad.
Bueno.
He wanted me so desperately. I've never seen anything like it. I'd be talking, and he'd be like,
All right.
but also, he complete turn off for me. I was like talking about movies. He was like, yeah, I just like don't watch a lot of TV or movies. I was like, you more of a short form content guy? Like, he was like, I just got to be doing stuff. I was like, right. So when I leave my house, at least 100 people I pass look at me like this.
I don't do it every day.
And in the house, mind you, with this fucking no, but like everywhere I go, there's some guy like that guy when we were just walking to the deli who literally was like,
No.
and Lauren said, "Can I help you?" Because he was just mad dogging me. Like we experience that every day, all the time. So I just want to chill out and escape into fantasy.
Once again, if you saw the vlog, then you have also seen it because at the beginning of it, like you see a guy like looking at like both of us, like, what the fuck is going
What the fuck
on?
is that? It's because like I've just decided it's because I'm really supple, and like they just really like.
I think it's because you're very trans and white New York City transplant presenting, and then I think I'm like just extremely faggy, and so the combination of it is like,
That white devil looks a little weird, doesn't he?
yeah.
What's his
And then like
deal?
even if you don't care, there still is the faggotry and bofa.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of it.
Yeah.
But I do think that unfortunately part of the way that the people out there like treat you is
Caucasity.
because of the whiteness of it all.
Which, like, in what way am
Doesn't
I going to
help.
be like, you
Which
don't
that,
treat me right?
That
'cause
part
I'm
is
white.
valid.
It's
the
valid.
rest of it is mean.
Look at me normal. Like, look at me normal.
The rest of it is mean.
You can-
and it's hetfo.
It's hateful. You can spit at me and call me a white devil all you want.
Okay,
That is
because
fair.
you like that.
I'm in.
Oh.
Only if it gets in my face or mouth.
Security.
Ooh, too far.
It's not. It's not. Wake it up. Do you feel alone? You're not alone. I'm FK Twigs, mama. Ficka Twigs.
Fick to it.
Yeah, but we've been consuming a lot of comfort content. I think it's such a privilege to be like, I don't watch a lot of content or consume a lot of content because I'm just out there living my life. I'm like, girl,
Yeah.
you have money to spend?
Plus, like, not to get too real for a second.
Get real.
But the powers that be and the little force called capitalism wants you to feel bad about yourself because of the ways that you cope with the environment that they have created for you to like not be able to exist in.
Right.
Because when you feel bad about yourself, whether it be because society says that you are too fat or that you are too lazy or that you don't do enough of this or that this and that, the solution that you find more often than not includes you spending some sort of money that you may or may not have, but like it's money to either buy something to make you feel better or to pay for someone to tell you to not eat this or that, or like whatever the case may be. And I think that like consuming content and like therefore like an implied like a lack of productivity because you are just sitting and consuming content like is capitalist at its heart. And like there is something that I try to like internalize a lot too, because I struggle with like being anxious and guilty in my free time sometimes if I like beat myself up about like something that I feel like I should be doing, is that in order to be productive, if the goal is to be productive, you need to make sure that you like have something in your cup to do that with. And so if what you need to do instead of making progress on whatever it may be is to fill up your cup and have like a chill time, roll up a little bit and watch your like little show so that you can feel less like you are going to like crawl out of your skin and die, then you can do something. And
Completely.
nobody should make you feel bad about that.
Also, I have, for me, I don't know when that happened, but hopefully it hasn't been like that for long. It's just duct tape, by the way, if you're curious. The amount of effort we put in putting something up on this wall, like right before we start, is almost zero.
You know something?
What?
The audio of this episode sounds beautiful.
Thank you.
If you know, you know.
Well, did you see that somebody left a message on the hotline?
No, I didn't. Let's check it out.
Somebody left one, and I haven't heard it either, so we'll have to just get into
We're
it.
gonna take
I haven't heard
we're
it.
gonna take a deep dive into the inbox of the Ladyboy hotline.
Weird. Who
and then
does
we'll
it
see
say
what
it's
happens.
from?
Virtual witch / digital wizard.
What could this possibly? This is so weird.
I now have figured out what this is gonna be about, so
Did
we'll
they,
see what happens.
Well, did they leave an email or anything? No.
No.
So mysterious, as if by magic. Okay, go ahead.
It's almost like maybe Shallow left it.
I am the virtual witch,
Whoa.
and I am the digital wizard. And we have cursed you. We have cursed you. A curse upon your house. We have cursed you. Yes, we have cursed you with technical difficulties.
Oh no! Oh god! So sometimes when the audio stops working and shit, I bet it's them.
Let's take a break. Listen up, queers. Whoa.
Let us tell you a little something about the Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, and Transgender Community Center, aka the Center.
The center was established in 1983 at the height of the AIDS crisis to provide a safe and affirming place for LGBTQ plus New Yorkers to respond to the urgent threats facing the community.
They offer, both in person and virtually, recovery and wellness programs, economic advancement initiatives, family and youth support, advocacy, arts and cultural programming, and space for community organizing, connection, and celebration, mama.
In 2024 alone, the center served almost 2,500 clients with direct services, as well as welcoming an additional 9,600 community event participants. 37 of those were youths under 23 years old, 39% were trans folk, 68% were people of color, and 26% were women.
Fun fact for the divas. The center is home to Keith Haring's 1989 mural titled Once Upon a Time, which celebrates sexual liberation before the AIDS epidemic. Yeah. Herring created it for the Center Show, their celebration of the 20th anniversary of Stonewall. Who doesn't love a dick mural in a bathroom?
And I've always said that.
I've always said
Check
that.
out their donation link in our episode description, Mary. Where? In the episode description.
Groove is in the height. Hey guys, welcome back.
I am so sorry. This is a video I never thought I would have to make.
It's hot as shit in here.
It is.
And I've about
hot.
fucking had it. But we like can't run the AC, y'all get it.
We've done it before, but
But it sounded like poo poo pee pee garbage. Pew, 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 pew. Cock on wee whiz.
What was that?
Oh, okay.
A few moments later.
That damn witch. Again with
Right.
the damn. She said she was gonna curse us, and she was not kidding. She cursed my little TikTok shop phone stand thing from being broken as shit. She did that.
so anyway, would you say that what just happened with the phone falling and and the everything
Right, I was there.
is something that could be cured with some comforting content?
Girl.
Did you like my sickening segue?
Yes. Sickening in some ways for sure. No, it does. Well, this podcast is not stressful. I don't get stressed out from this podcast. Except the times where I just don't want to do it, but that's because sometimes I just, and that's no shade to any of y'all little queers watching this. I canonically don't like doing things. Or I want to let the breeze take me from activity to activity instead of having a schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I'm meant to be like a 14th century poet who I would get murdered in the 14th century or murdered or something, or they would, this was pre-lobotomy, so they would stone me to death or something. Which doesn't sound too bad to me.
Okay.
But why did I start talking about what would happen to me in the 14th century?
Because you're a yapper.
Right, but I feel like I was meant to be
Because
wake
you
up
don't
by
do things.
candlelight and then let the The moon dictate what I'm supposed to be doing, you know? You're supposed to be chilling. Until I get the fucking whim to do otherwise, so. But anyway,
let's
sorry.
move away from how much you don't like to do tasks for this podcast, and let's move
Or
into
anything. Let me clarify.
right. Unfortunately, the one about the podcast affects me because then I do have to do those things. So that every Wednesday at 8 in the morning, you guys have sickening new content. Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, can we give it up? Everybody, please clap.
So
I'm not being funny, also.
I think
know
also,
I sounded like an asshole. I was being genuine.
That's okay.
One of these days, we're
gonna
like...
fuck on the Patreon.
Alright.
But before we get to that,
What the fuck?
I think also an important part of it too is that for us being the way that we are and existing in the way that we do in the world and in society, we live in a society. And then also, mind you, we'll circle back to this because you have been unemployed, but most likely have maybe, hopefully by the time that this episode comes out, you will have heard back from this job that you went in for the other day and killed it. But
landed a sick interview.
working in food service, both of us have been baristas for a long time at the same time, and it's very, very draining, especially in a post-pandemic New York. It is crazy out there, and also things have changed a lot, and people don't like change in things that are very central to their day-to-day, such as coffee. And so when we come home, we are often very physically exhausted and then also mentally and socially also drained.
Yeah.
And so watching content is the when you feel like you've been on so much of your day because society and the world and this government keeps throwing all this fucking literal cuckoo caca shit at you.
Cuckoo mama caca
You
pee.
just kind of want to exactly, and I've always said that. Thank you, Cynthia Lee Fontaine.
Right.
You want something to just kind of let your brain turn off and just have literally, as we call it in the biz, pee pee poo poo content time. Because you just need it. You just need a little bit of just a stop. And we mentioned, a lot of people find themselves in that situation. So I think that that's why we're looping back to being a content creator.
Yeah, and also no tea, no shade, but I need a job and income, so I would love for this to take off so we can, one, further support the community, also support ourselves. I would love to be sorry. I would love to be a part-time barista one day because we can pay a bill with this.
Exactly.
And also that we have enough foot traffic that the organizations that we're spotlighting with no prior authorization from them, by the way. We just do it for
They don't know us, but we know them.
Yeah.
We saw the LA Forney float at Pride, and I was like,
I know her.
Our first org on, mind you, not a single one of them know us.
No.
They don't know anything about us. But the thing is that the bigger of a platform that we can build with y'all, then the more work that we can really do with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just haven't reached out to them because we need a little bit
When
more to show to do
somebody reaches
anything.
out to
You know
you
what I
and
mean?
they have 5 views on their most recent podcast episode, I would be
As of filming
get
right now,
the
it
fuck
might be more
outta
later.
here.
I don't know.
Get out of here. We love small content. We love small content creators.
We do.
But also there's a little validation and support that comes from cloud.
Yeah. Well,
But whatever.
and
With
then I
time.
think also something that I think about a lot too now is because we live once again we're in a time where we're looking for that kind of content to escape from the shittiness of everything else, but we're also in a time where we are both as a society attempting to hold each other more accountable, but we are also in a time where the parasocial relationships and the way that people expect to basically get their viewpoints and stances about real shit they need to get from someone online. And so the role of your societal role as someone that has a platform is a very back and forth discussion nowadays, because I think there's a lot of nuances and a lot of truth and a lot of different sides. But what we wanted to do with this was we wanted to make more of the vibe of content that we like, but knowing the whole time that we are making content that like is never punching down and is also like open about like the issues that are like important to us, because I think that we're in a time now where we not only want someone that can entertain us, but we want someone that makes us feel like the world that we like want to see is a mutually shared vision with the people that we like basically like look up to. Like I want to know that we feel the same way about things, because I don't have to know you. I'm not seeking like a parasocial relationship, but I don't want to like invest time and sometimes even like money into someone that like doesn't align with the shit that I do.
And we have had a couple
Yeah.
really tough instances recently.
For sure.
For sure,
Like
where
whether
like
it's
some faves were exposed as being like kind of terrible, and that has a lot of nuance, of course.
Like anywhere from like being disappointed to like mistresses like internalized and therefore like, you know, globalized like fat phobia, to like realizing that maybe one of your like favorite like TikTokers is pro-Israel. Like that is like the world that we
no,
are
you're good.
like
That was my
in right now. And so I think that a lot of people want the added comfort in knowing that like I am consuming content that is making me feel better, and I am also, while I do that, I am like active in the things that are like important to me, because I also think that there is such a disconnect between like how we can actually like not just say that we like stand for something, but like actually like stand and do it. And like it's a scary time too to like try and figure out like what that is, because there's very little that you can do without being deported. That's not even a joke. So
No, like there's
so it's scary, but like this is what we do because it makes the other laugh, and because we know that like whether we have 5 people or we have 5,000 people that are tuned into this, we are talking about the shit that we feel is important, and we are like sharing like the ways in which we can help. The second that we have like a bigger following and we can actually like monetize stuff, like mama, we will be making regular proceeds to those fucking regular donations of our proceeds to these orgs, and then also supporting us, because mama, what are we if not queer, trans, black and brown folk?
Also, it's so much like, as somebody who's been sitting around their house posting TikToks nonstop for about 2.5 weeks,
Wake it up.
it's a way easier job than doing food service. Wake that up. So if we get to do this full time one day, I look forward to being able to go to the Ali Forney Center and work
Completely.
there and like
Yeah.
spend time with the queer folk
Yeah, completely.
who like run that place and inhabit it.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. I hope y'all find comfort in this content, because I sure have found comfort in making it. And know this. We will be talking about the same shit 5,000 followers or 5 or 500,000.
Completely.
5 million. Hell, I'm still going to say IDF bad.
Oh.
Like-
IOF.
IOF. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm calling it by its dead name.
Girl, move on. Speaking of dead name, HBO Max is back to being.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Welcome back, girl. Detransitioner.
Well-
Retransitioner.
Wake that up.
And
wake
I
that
hardly
up.
even know her.
It's so hot in here.
It is so hot in here, but we can't turn the AC on because it's right there and it's so loud.
If you hear like a little shh in the background of the third act of this episode, like mind your own fucking business.
Yeah, like honestly,
but,
fuck it. Like fuck right off. Except don't.
Okay.
We love you.
Why don't you talk a little bit about
My comfort
your
content?
your relationship and your history with Jenna Marbles? Because I think that is a perfect sort of example of the stuff that we're talking about, both the rise and the, well, not like fall, but like the end of
Of
like
her time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm very thankful that I do have another set of like long-term content creators that I can turn to when everyone else is being problematic or shitty. My like evergreen creators have truly and always have been the McElroy brothers, because even when they have like air quotes a scandal, it's something like that, like the person who wrote the theme song, the like song that they use as their theme song, posted some weird child abuse shit on Twitter, and so like they had nothing to do with that. They just changed the fucking theme song. Like, but sometimes that's not the case. Jenna Marbles. I have and will always be like a Jenna stan, and that's, I get the privilege of saying that because again, like her stuff in the early YouTube days.
She was one of like the top like YouTubers like in like the first like really like the era of like YouTube like becoming a thing. For
Yes.
those that might be listening that maybe are too young.
No, the other day I saw listen, confession. I saw some porn on Tumblr on someone's account, and then they were like, I keep going to block y'all bitches that have 2000s baby like in your bio, but then I realized that if you were born in 2000, you are 20 years old. And I said, oh! Wait, that math doesn't add up. They're way older than that. They'd be 24.
But
Right?
like 24, 25.
You
yeah,
get the
depending on
idea. But it's true. I'm like, oh, yeah, no. Like the people who are born 2001, 2002, 2003.
Breaking news, it's actually 2020 right now, you guys.
I forget, girl. Sometimes I blink and it's 2017 and I'm trying to graduate high school. But back in the day, Jenna Marbles was like constant comfort content to me. She has a couple really great videos in the later years too, when it became like all about the dogs, i.e. the adoption of their first rescue greyhound bunny. That video, that like series of videos. Oh my god, I have run them to the ground. Because you watch these kind people like try to rehabilitate this animal that just like hasn't even heard the sound of a ball on asphalt before. So like everything scares her.
It's so sad.
Right, it's so sad. But also then like there's a video of her trying to get her stupid, idiot, empty brain chihuahua to sit on hardwood floor for 20 minutes. Like it just, but the thing about being a long existing presence on a platform is culture. The culture swings hard either way, and like outrage content is not a new thing, and unfortunately Miss Girl had her moments where she dressed up like Nicki Minaj on camera, and that included brown face. Really uncool. Was it like 2005 or something crazy? Yeah, but like we knew brown and blackface was bad in 2005.
Yeah.
And it's really hard when you grapple with, but it's like I am very privileged to make the choice to still consume her content, because like some black people, I know lots of black people, black and brown people who saw her apology and her statement and were like, no, like T, thank you. But there are black people and brown people who were really hurt by it and will be forever. So like it's a hard thing to grapple with. But I feel like I grew up with her.
Yeah. Well, and she's the only one that like took like responsibility for not just because it like my understanding of it as someone who like she was not my like main like girly like whose content I was consuming. Shout out to anyone that was like into like Olga K. That's what I was watching.
I don't even know who that is.
And like she was Russian and she lived in like Los Angeles, like still does, I'm sure, but like she just was like another one that she made like a lot of like content. A lot of what I remember like watching her play was like playing like Fortnite and like shit, like just like very like stupid. But my understanding too is that like a lot of why she was like I'm just gonna be done is that it was not just about the specific content that was problematic, but I think just like an acknowledgement of like regardless of like like that bell can't be unrung, and like that content is part of what like resulted in the like the final like amount of like, I guess for lack of like a better word, like clout that she had. Like that like platform was like partly built on some of that like type of content,
Right.
and so like
And a lesser person
she
would
was like, it
stay
doesn't
on the
feel
platform.
yeah, like it doesn't feel
Shane
right
Dawson.
to keep
Just saying.
trying to do it. Yeah, and like I don't think that like that's because the thing about like shit like that is that it's always nuanced, and so there's never like a hard and fast like this is what like has to happen. So I don't think that that is that like anyone that like doesn't stop it, like that's inherently like bad, because there are like a lot of people that have just like completely like revamped it, but it's just it's complicated, and like I think it reminds me a lot of like what we sort of were talking about like the other day, which if you guys are listening to this, you probably are also kind of like aware of, but the whole mess with like the Ethel Kane stuff, and her making like the 4-page long like statement, like a lot of it being like calling out like the really inappropriate ways in which a lot of all of this stuff is being like brought to light, and like the reason why it is, and like who is doing that, and like the fucked up shit that is being done to her and her like friends and family. But also like it includes like a really like sincere acknowledgement and apology for the racist like sort of like rage baity content that and that's what we like refer to it now. But like I think whatever like you said when you were talking about like Jenna, like the
outrage bait.
yeah, like
Yeah.
like it was like I don't remember like if it was being like called something at the time, but like that was like a very big thing of just like shock value, and that she like talked about just like being in a time in her life where like that was the only way that she like thought she could find like attention like from people, and you know, and she said that like really like stuck with me is that like, and if after you read all this like you like, although I do no longer think and act in those ways, and like I think she makes it clear that she has like in her thoughts and in her actions like moved away from that. Like she's like, if you still like never want to consume my stuff ever again because of this, like that is so fine and valid, to like all her like black fans, because it's tough. I mean, I saw like something on TikTok about like someone being like, I had like an appointment to get like lyrics of hers like tattooed on, but like this person was black, so they were like, I canceled it, and I would like feel shitty because like it like sucks, and like stuff like that is just, it's complicated because it goes beyond the instance. Like it goes beyond like someone doing brown face, and it becomes about, you know, that thing that you can't stop thinking about, like when you were 5 years old and someone like called you a slur. Like, you know what I mean? Like it stops being about that thing.
It becomes about every instance that you have like experienced that brand of racism.
And so now I think this new wave of like content creators, like internet people, exist in the context of like, that is like the whole like, I think like platform was like born out of like drama and like shit like that, you know, like really load bearing like internet like lore, like by sister and like stuff like that. And so I feel like right now like a lot of content takes that, like makes that choice of either we are going to be like whatever and still do the rage baity stuff, or we're going to try and be conscious about it, but that's not always like smooth sailing, as we've like unfortunately like have found out. So we're trying to not be that.
Yeah, and with Ethel, it was like, it's real tough because posting ignorant shit online as like a young white child is one thing. Not that it's an okay or chill thing, but it happens. It does. I will attest to like, I was on Tumblr way too young, and I remember like, I mean, luckily I have 2 older siblings. One of them who is like,
somebody clip this.
Yeah. One of my older siblings who is like the president of woke. She invented woke. And I would like parrot like kind of like microaggression shit to her, and she would immediately be like, where did you hear that? And I'd be like, the internet, is that wrong? And she'd be like, yeah, girl, that's crazy. But, like, not everybody has that voice in the room. However, she was not a young white child. She was 19. And I understand, like, the complexities. I mean, I grew up in the South. I didn't grow up. I didn't grow up. Wow. I didn't grow up. I didn't grow up where she grew up. I am absolutely grew up in a considerably more suburban place. Though the country's in my veins, I'm not like country like that. And it's different when you're in that like red dot in the blue county. You like, but she's in a red dot within a red dot within a red dot. But you get the idea. Like, I understand where she developed these thoughts and thought like, and I could say these and get outrage and get attention, but like, 19's a little old. I'll say that. So I don't feel comfortable commenting on whether or not her apology is sufficient. But the rest of it I thought was good. Like she got accused of a bunch of other shit too that was like completely like hogwash.
If you're interested and you have not like read it, or like you're not like really necessarily like aware of what all was happening, like definitely like look into it, because it is a very complicated and layered thing. But like, just know that like, and when someone has a platform like that and they have to acknowledge wrongdoing, it is up to the individual choice of everybody that was affected by those actions to decide for themselves if they want to forgive or not. It is not for someone who is not part of the affected group to like kind of decide like whether or not like that like is, and that, you know, is like an example of like how like life is sometimes really complicated and nuanced, and it's like equality doesn't all like equity and equality like doesn't always look the same for every party that it involves, because there is not an even playing field.
Right.
Let's take a break, and then when we come back, let's talk about the people that we are going up for right now, content-wise, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I think it's been a minute.
Okay, we'll be back. Bye. We need to speak to a gay person.
Are you gay?
We need to tell you about For the Girls, the organization we're highlighting this week.
For the Girls is an organization started back in 2019 by founder and head doll in charge, Asani Armin, a party curator and up-and-coming rapper.
The first party took place as a fundraiser Asani organized to help two of their friends who were facing eviction. With the help of the community, the party was a success.
For the Girls has been hosting monthly parties ever since, raising funds to help Black trans people pay rent and afford gender-affirming care.
Asani sees the club scene as a safe haven for Black trans folk, and therefore sees it as the perfect tool to sustain Black trans livelihood.
And they know it can be done while treating the party, literally.
Head to their link in our description so you can donate or apply for help, divas.
Yep.
Hey.
And we're back.
Did you like how I slapped my thigh instead of clapping because I didn't have a second hand?
You're so brave.
I'm so smart.
If you guys can't tell, the AC is back on. Shyla has had a costume change, and we are having Trader Joe's Mango Pops.
There's cum in the middle.
Oh, that's no. In the sense that, no. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry about him. These are brought to us by the Trader Joe's, where, funny enough, is where Lauren is right now, while we record. Okay, so we were saying, shout out to some of the people who are making content right now who we are slipping for. Ooh, one that just popped into my mind is a lot of the Drag Race girls are making their own content online to keep the bookings fierce, while the bookings themselves are maybe not as fierce because of the climate. Shout out to Denali for making like the ice skating videos. Love that.
Denali, love that concept.
Love that. Love.
Dawn has made a couple
Corey
really funny
King,
videos.
Yeah. Dawn makes great ones. She also streams a lot, so if you're into like the video game, she's fierce for that. And she also she
the
like
Mario Kart video.
Oh my God, so stupid.
She was yucking me out. She's so stupid.
She also like makes like a lot of her drag, so there's like a lot of like stuff about that. If you're into like silly, stupid vlogs, Corey King is great. Every Friday there's there's a new video that we can watch later. Hers is cunty, but we also have been going for Vanilla Mace. Do you want to talk about
We love Vanilla Mace. She's kind of been our. We'll put on like, if we're both working on something, like I'll be working on music, he'll be editing the pod, and we will just put on like a stream of her playing a game. We were watching her play Before Your Eyes. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. That
Oh
one
my
was
God.
so crazy.
So crazy because it's such a sad game, but like she is so funny to sit quietly and like watch her play video games, or even like her vlogs. I love her. I love her. I love her. I love her. She's a star.
She also makes long ones too. So like it's great because sometimes like you want to have something on in the background that you're still like sort of watching, but like something that's just like long, and that you can revisit like a couple times because it'll be like a 2-hour long VOD of her playing like what was the one, Octodaddy?
Octodad.
Yeah,
I love that game. It's so fun.
That one was so fun. She also does a lot of Dress to Impress, which is so fierce. That's a very fun game to watch. It's a fun game to play, but like I get so stressed out by how little time you have when you're someone that's still trying to get like used to the controls and like where things are, / like you just started so you don't have access to like all the things. Oof.
Comment down below if you'd watch us stream, because we play a lot of Fortnite. Like, not so much anymore. We used to really be locked in. Lauren's going to revisit the game, too, because she used to play it a lot with her ex. Because they were long distance, so that must have, like, she was like, it was a triggering game. But now I can play, because she got mad. Well, not mad, but, like, she was getting jealous of all our sick Vic Roys. Because we've been eating. Sorry, we're the video game divas.
We definitely want to be streaming the second that we have, I think, the following and the resources.
Oh,
too.
Sorry.
Not that. That's unfortunate.
Not to mention the McElroy brothers for a third time, but they stream weekly on YouTube and they just play video games for a little bit. But usually they play a game where they can split up like a single player game, and they split up the controls between 3 people.
That's so silly.
Across 3 different states, because they live far away from each other at this point. And so one person will like be on the D-pad, like be able to move. The other person will be the jump. The other person will like be the punch. It is so funny because they have to time out everything. It's very delightful, and they're like really dumb. They play games on there too. It's not all like video games. I love that stuff. I love just like hanging out with somebody.
Yeah. Plus, like streaming is also something that like generates like a lot of like revenue, because the culture is you like tip and stuff like as you watch the stream. As you watch the stream. So that's also something that like I would love to be able to do, because that would be like a great, like those are great for like fundraising like streams and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
We definitely play a lot of Fortnite,
and by myself, I am just talking to myself. I'm
and
literally like, oh my god, girl, that's crazy. This cutscene is wild, and there's no one.
And like
chat clip this.
We don't have like a PC like desktop, but we do have 2 switches that we like play on, and so I think that the first thing that will likely come is like us like streaming like a Switch game type of situation. Like maybe we can do like for sure like Fortnite or like Mario Kart or like Smash. We love
Smash.
Boomerang Fu. We love playing. Shout out to Boomerang Fu. Like this like $15 game from the little Nintendo shop. It's so fun.
And I have a game that's like combat tug of war basically. It's so fun. It's called Nidhogg. It's really, really fun to play.
You also are like a Zelda like Link like person.
No.
So like
I will replay those games as comfort content.
A comment down below if you would watch Shiloh like walk me through playing like one of those games.
Stop!
As like a stream.
No, that
Leave
would be
a comment
my
below
dream.
if you would like that.
In my dream world, we would play the one that I used to play as a kid because I wanted his gender really bad. Because the first like 20, 30 minutes of the game is like all slice of life, like farm. You're like a ranch keeper. You take care of some goats.
Oh wow.
In this little village before like everything goes bad. But the gender was so sickening for me that I would just replay the like same first 20, 30 minutes of the game. Right. As comfort content because gender bad, Link
Look
good.
it up, yeah. Oh my god, wait. We sort of have talked about this one, but also Below Deck is another one of our like sources of comfort.
Oh
because
my
it's just,
god. It's
like,
so
it's
crazy.
fascinating. Well, and then we've also talked about it like a lot, but like Drag Race for sure is one of those.
Though the past
but
few episodes were not comforting to watch.
there is a difference between like watching like a live Drag Race season and watching like an old one where you already know what happens.
Right.
Because it is just kind of like hit and miss, but like that's also, I'm just gonna say it, that's gay people.
Yup.
There will be a room that only has gay people, and it might be the best time in the world or the worst.
Yeah, it's
And
the duality.
and that is part of it. So we accept that Drag Race sometimes is
a bunch of fat phones at a table.
prison, jail, the gulag, but sometimes it is the rainbow in my pot.
The pot at the, it's the rainbow at the beginning of your pot, I suppose.
It's gay, it's rainbow. I'm smoking pot while I'm watching it. Like,
Right.
I knew what I meant.
When somebody refers to weed as pot, they do sound 90 years
Pot.
old. Like you sound 90.
Well,
You sound like my mom, who's not 90. She's a young, beautiful lady. But, did you just go put your fucking popsicle stick in the ashtray?
no. And like the little napkin I had over there.
Why did I think you put it in the ashtray? I was like,
Because you're
come
crazy.
here.
And we're back.
Sorry,
fucking
I brought up
Charlotte's talking
something that I
mad
wasn't.
shit.
Hey, well, no, no, I was talking about something that you don't want to put on blast.
I think circling back to the conversation that we're having as
Yes.
we continue to grow our platform, I think that we are trying to figure out what we want to say and what we don't want to say as far as our personal lives sometimes.
Yeah.
And maybe the more of a platform that like we get, we'll stop name dropping our friends too on the pod.
Right. Like, like when I got in a phone call fight with our friend Hannah, and then immediately we got on the pod, and I was like, man, our friend Hannah's such a bitch. I didn't say all that. Like, I love our friend Hannah, but and I told her just in case she watched it. I was like, yeah, so we talked about how we were mean to each other on the phone. What's on my shirt?
Come.
Not yet. Thanks for letting us make comfort content for you guys.
Yes.
We love it.
Thank you to everyone that like actually like tunes in to either listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, on the YouTube. If you watch
Yeah.
our TikToks, if you watch our Instagram Reels, our YouTube Shorts, we are just really wanting to do, like, the more that we do with this, the more that we want to continue to do. And
Well, like, what episode number is this?
this is episode 6 of season 2,
And
which
season
means
one
it is
was-
number 18.
Guys, soon we'll have like a
So we
whole
are,
backlog of content.
yeah. So we have like almost 20 hours worth of like podcast content. Which, if you are just starting now and you want to start at the beginning, let me prepare you. Although it has been less than 20 weeks. Wow, how long we have come. What a difference in quality, in content, in
Yeah.
approach, in
Right.
vibe. Just
Even
everything.
the audio went from being the camera in the first couple eps.
It's
Or maybe
crazy.
it's the first ep.
Well, when
It
we,
was really
the
disastrous.
lighting that we were doing at first was really not the best.
No, and the camera wouldn't stay focused because we were trying to use the back camera.
Yeah.
So like it like looked.
We were finding out a
awful.
lot of different things because it's like, I think when you go to start this process of starting a podcast, when you consume so many of them and you have like such a clear idea of like what you like in a podcast, but not necessarily the other side of like, okay, like how you can like replicate something like that. You just have to do a lot of that, like
You don't have to get it.
finding and the
Aw.
doing and the
Thank you.
learning
Such a.
and the doing of it. Because also for anyone like trying to start like anything, not that we are like, you know, no, but
well, we've done it for almost 20 episodes, and that's
we have
more episodes of anything I've ever done.
see
Except for porn.
mental health episodes.
No,
but
that is true, actually. That's the truth.
Mama, you have had like long running, like you're like Grey's Anatomy. Like, you,
No,
like
like-
if you want to talk about mental health episodes,
Like,
like
that's
you have the Eternal collection.
speaking of
like
talking shit about our friends on the program. I had a friend recently who like set me down, and I know they don't watch the podcast because I have not told them about it. Well, I did, but they're not gonna watch it.
What? Just say the story.
But they like pulled me aside and they were like, "Yeah, I just overheard you say you had a panic attack the other day," and that's like really tough. And I was like, right. So for those of you who don't know the lore, which is I'm gonna say 90% of you or all of you watching this, I used to have very public like meltdowns, probably once a day, once every 2 days, like at school, just because of oh god, my nose is itchy. Bad timing.
Because of misogyny.
That's why.
Because they didn't think to clock that you were in clubtism.
Oh yeah,
Because
and also there
you were
is a
undercover
level
as a
of
girl,
like
so, like,
overstimulation when you are in drag every
Yeah.
day.
That's hard to explain when you can't like conceptualize it. Like that's
Yeah.
what's happening. This
and
material.
and you're like, I'm in a whole lot of pain all the time and I don't know why.
Yeah.
So I would have like really public meltdowns. So to have this person be like, I heard you having a panic attack. I was like, Mama, born in the game. Mama, I came out of the womb. And they were like, he's not crying. He's doing something else. Panic attack? Like, born in the game. So don't worry about it. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Sorry. I was just quoting our comfort content.
The comeback. Which again, you guys know that it's our comfort content because we talked about
We
it
talk
and
about
we'll
it every
continue to talk about it because
Jane.
I'm still thinking of doing the like deep dive on it because I
We
think it would be
should.
fun. Like I think Mike's Mike is another.
Yes,
Michael
Mike.
Massimino, Mama.
Michael.
Michael's love
microphone.
that content doesn't release super often, and we've now watched I think almost all of
them.
his content, but it's
Yeah.
so good. I mean, like, shout out to the fucking
Dead or Alive.
video. He will do like
He got
like,
us to
essentially,
watch
like,
that
a video
whole movie. We watched the whole fucking
essay
movie.
about like a movie like where he'll like talk through like all this stuff. Would you guys like something like that where we did like highlights of like the comeback or just like talk through it?
Yeah, where we talk about like the load-bearing moments in the first season. We
Like we could even like break it up into like
My nose is so itchy.
do like talk about like 2-3 episodes per like installment or something. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll do like a
Because-
season 1 breakdown, a season 2 breakdown, a season
Yeah.
3 when that happens.
Completely. I think that would be like so much fun.
I would also. I'm dying. I could write a whole
You're dying for it?
video essay about Mithrigan. I saw
Oh my God.
Mithrigan 2. I've never seen the first one, but I did watch a couple video essays about it. There's like an older millennial YouTuber who's been making like video essay content about movies for a really long time. Amanda the Jedi. That's how you know that is a millennial. But she made a video essay I watched about the first one, so I felt prepared enough to go see the second one. And the second one is a glorious movie right up until it gets a little too sympathetic to AI. Like it starts implying that like we need to be better parents to AI. I'm like, okay, so it is a robot. Just because that one put a wig on and did a little serve and like delivers a cunty line does not eradicate the rest.
The more I think about that, the more perturbed I am by it because like we are actively living in a time where like there's already like black and brown communities that are no longer with access to water because of AI. So read about that and know about that and think about that before you do a whole think piece about how helpful AI can be.
Yeah.
Because I would venture to say that there are ways that we can make medical advancements, which is like the number one like thing that people talk about like on the pro like AI side.
And accessibility.
I think that there are
Like-
ways to like make progress in that it isn't at the expense of black and brown people, because the people that you're
Yeah.
thinking about 99% of the time, like when you're thinking about like helping those people, is white people.
And not that this has the same weight as like black and brown people losing access to water because of AI, but also, hear me when I say this, Natasha Lyonne, fuck you, girl. I trusted you. Literally, fuck
Wake
you to
that
hell.
up. That's so
fuck
crazy.
you to hell.
That's
Fuck you
so
to hell.
crazy.
If you don't
For
know,
those
she
of you-
started
yeah.
the first completely like AI ethical film studio where they make exclusively animation. Do you guys know the labor hours it takes to make an animated film? 2D, 3D, stop motion. It is so, and you know why people do it? Not so they can make money from it. It
For the
is a
art.
high art. My sister is an animator who studied experimental animation, and like, it's impossible to find a fucking job because it takes a lot of time and no one wants to pay you to do it. Fuck you, Natasha. You pretend to be a lesbian for the camera that one time, and we let it go. This I'm not letting go. Eat my ass.
And fuck you too, Deborah Messing.
What did Deborah do?
Raging, like, racistly, like, Zionist, like, saying a lot of crazy shit about Zoran right now. for
Deborah
example.
Messy, more like it.
Right. But we all knew that she was the fucking fool, and
What
we're
does she
all
do
team
again?
like
Who is
fucking
she? What
Megan
is she in?
Mullally. She is Grace of Will and Grace.
Oh, okay.
And the whole reason why the reboot kind of went to shit is because she had beef with
Megan Mullally.
Mullally, who is like the icon, the star, and the legend, really.
Yup.
Thank
Yup,
you, Megan Mullally.
yup. We love you.
Like, so yeah, just crazy. But like again, I think just to wrap up what we've been saying, I think that we live in a very difficult time where we are trying to, like, we need the arts and we need the entertainment and we need like the music and like all this stuff to help us cope and process and remind us of what life is supposed to be.
Yeah.
As opposed to what it is right now. But we have the added challenge now of a lot of us want to feel like we are, we share like a similar level of like social conscience as the people who make the content that like we do. And I'm sure that's something that we'll continue to discuss as things continue to happen in the social zeitgeist, as it were. Charlotte dropped his fan again, so I think it's fair to say that we should wrap up.
Yeah. We're gonna, what's your song of the week?
Oh my god, the song of the week. You're gonna go first.
Oh my god, but I have a
Stop thinking.
couple. I'm gonna say, I have a couple.
Okay, so like pick
I'll
one.
just do one. I'm gonna say it's "Taxes" by Geese, a song that came out yesterday. I sent it to the group chat, and then played it in the house for you, in which you immediately left the room. So I said, I'll play this again for him another time. I said, I'll play this again later, even though I know you're not gonna like it. I just need you to hear the lyric, because I will recite the entire thing because it's literally 3 stanzas. There's no like verse, chorus, verse, bridge, chorus.
This would be it.
Yeah, these would be the words that
Right.
No, he goes, I should burn in hell, but I don't deserve this. Nobody deserves this. If you want me to pay my taxes, you're gonna have to come down with a crucifix. You're gonna have to nail me down. And then in the last stanza, he says, Doctor, heal yourself, and I will break my own heart from now on. Yeah! That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And it feels like, in the state of the world that we're in, that just really, like, if you want me to pay my taxes, for you to do what you're going to do with them, you're going to have to fucking come down with a crucifix. You're going to have to nail me down.
And you love to get nailed.
Okay. What's your song of the week?
My song of the week, unfortunately, because it came up in my shuffle the other day and I was immediately transfixed, is once again Vanish Into You by Lady Gaga. I had not listened to it in a long time because I had been listening to other stuff, mainly because now almost every time that I go to listen to music, I listen to the stuff that I'm like working on.
Yeah.
Like the reference songs. And so, yeah. Saw your face in mine. See you next week on this podcast.
It was cold in the summertime. We
But
were
not
happy.
in this
Yes,
apartment because it's hot.
And
Can
I
get some AC? Can I get some AC? Goodbye.
Bye.